Today I'm going to show you how you can double up your concealer and use it as a foundation. It happens to the best of us, and instead of just worrying that you haven't stocked up, simply double up your concealer and use it as a perfectly wonderful base. Hi, I'm Pallavi Symons, your makeup expert at Glamrs.com. So how many times have you stood there in front of your mirror when you have to get dressed and said, oh damn, I haven't replenished my foundation? But don't panic, because concealers are nothing but really dense formulations of the very same foundation that you could be using. So choose a formula that you like, whether it's a cream, liquid, or something like this that's a cake. And just remember that the formulation is very dense. So all you need to do is use less of it and use it as a foundation, and that will serve the purpose perfectly. So as always, just moisturize your face and get on with the concealers. Like I said, you can use any formulation you choose, whether it's a cream or a liquid. I choose very strong cream because these won't, first of all, they'll never get over. So you'll use them for a fairly long period of time. So that's your first point of panic out of the way. You know that you always have concealers that are darker and lighter than your skin, so you can mix and match and have a perfectly wonderful base. So I'm going to use MAC Studio Finish concealers, but you can use any. And I've chosen a color that's darker than my skin and one that's lighter as well. I'm simply going to just mix the two and work it around my face. Well, for myself, I would go with more of the darker tone than the lighter tone. I'd use the lighter tone just to brighten up the parts of my faces that I want to. I'm using a stippling brush. The reason I'm using a stippling brush is because the tuft on the top is looser, and that way I'd get less of the product. Remember, like I said, concealers are very dense and you don't want the same amount on your face, and that'll look cakey. So I'm just going to actually dip the two, mix and match quite randomly. I'm just going to start from my under eye region because I would conceal that portion anyway. So just make sure that you have all the redness off. So basically you're doing two things at once. Concealing and laying over your foundation. So make sure you get some product right here as well. So that way you've finished your concealing really quickly. Make sure you blend and get the desired amount. Like if you prefer to wear your foundation lightly, just buff it off. But if you prefer to wear your foundation heavier, then you can use something like a foundation brush to use the concealer, because this will lay on more product. I like to wear my base really light. Just make sure you have an even amount of color all across the face. I'm just going to use a bit of the darker color over my eyes as well, because there's more makeup to come. And if you're going to wear eyeshadows and stuff, you don't really want to leave the top of your eyelids out. Now once you're done with the foundation, just use a little bit of dusting powder wherever it is that you would have needed. Just the same way that you would have set a foundation, you need to set a concealer to finish. So that'll do it. There you have a really nice base that you can work your products over.